Well, there's the two cats. Oh, he's just jumping out. Usually they curl up. It seems to be Dixie and Onyx are curling up a lot now in the same bed, or they go down here in this one, which I made. Well, it's just a cardboard box that I put some. I truck bed lined the cardboard box so it doesn't get all messed up. In other words, it's kind of like a waterproof cardboard box, and I put a cheetah print blanket, thin blanket in there, and folded it up a bunch of times, and they're doing good. I just fed them all. So, and I've been calling up about, hey, I'm probably going to order that flag. I'm just trying to get some information. I want to get it recorded, make sure that they deliver the pole to residential address, and if it's more money, what is it? Residential shipping costs more? Is it? They say free shipping, and I'm thinking there's caveats involved with that garbage. Could be commercial. It could be for commercial free shipping, or residential is more. Who the hell knows? So, right, Boo Boo? You okay? You see that thing up there is going pretty good. Just changed directions towards me a little bit. But that pole up there, that only cost. This gets me. People are they don't want to fly these flags. I'm like, they're not expensive. Well, that pole actually took some work to make because I had to weld together 3 foot, 10 foot pipes. And it's in the ground 3 feet, but then the concrete is built up about a half a foot above it. So it's really about 26 and a half feet above ground level. It's in the ground 3 feet, and then it's about a half a foot above it is concreted, above ground level. So actually sticks out of the ground about 26 and a half feet. That pole there, I think that's only about 16 feet. I think this one's only about 16 feet. Where the hell is it? Yeah, right there. But they only cost about $55 total. So, I don't know. People are just lazy, man. I just can't believe it, man. They don't want to, throw into this Southern heritage, and they don't want to do nothing. It's like, I think that's one of the problems with, you got an organization that's for the Southern heritage, and you got, of the members that even join up, how many of them actually do anything or even re-up? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people just want a certificate and say that their ancestor was a Confederate veteran, and they hang it up on a wall and they're done. I think that's one of the problems that's going on with the SCV. I probably figured that out a while ago, because who the hell needs those kind of people that are not going to do anything, right? If they're sunshine people that just want to hang out and for the good times, don't want to, persevere through something that might be a little more hardship, well, who the hell needs them, right? So, right, Dixie? I just got my brakes in for my Chevy. Surprising. I think I'm going to put them in today. Right, Pooper? Yeah. That's probably where Paws goes, man. Sometimes I wonder where they go. They go back in here. Right, Snooky? I think that's Feather. So, sometimes I can't tell by, how Feather and Onyx, it's hard to tell them apart. I mean, there's certain things I could tell besides the tipped ear. But a lot of times I could tell by the mannerism. The tail's a little different, but they are very similar. But sometimes I could tell by the mannerism, because the boy cat is more rambunctious, and this could be the boy cat, though. I think that is him, because that's his. Yeah, here's there's Dixie. That is the boy cat, I think. Holy shit! No, that's Jesus. There's one way to tell for sure, because Feather's got like 5 or 6 white strands of hair in the front of her. And I'm like, that's Feather right there. That's Feather. Okay, this is Feather. This is Feather. I saw the tipped ear. That freaking gave me. He had some dirt on his ear. That was kind of confusing me for a second. That's the right ear. But his tail's a little wider. But man, look at these two. Is the camera picking them up good? I'm trying to put some light on them. They look almost identical, man. I mean, his fur got shinier, like her fur's shinier. It used to be, that was one of the ways I could tell his fur. He's not even 6 months old. Maybe he's getting close to 6 months. His tail wasn't as bushy as hers. They're almost, God. I mean, they could be freaking twins. Oh, you know what that is? That's Dixie playing on the other side. You're wondering what the hell's going on. These freaking cats. Paws around here somewhere, so. Well, anyway, just got some parts in from Rock Auto, front brakes, so might as well do that thing. God, just getting ready to do something else. And I can get the old Sportster water wagon out here, the Sportster Harley. I got to get that out of here. I haven't rode it since I put the, I started doing the chain and stuff and the wheel bearings. I haven't even rode it. I don't know. I got that food poisoning for several days. That was one problem. There's all the other things coming up. I finished my 1911 project. And I was trying to feed some ammo through it, and it was the hollow points don't seem to want to feed through it, but I'm going to probably just use the round nose things, as long as it works good. As long as I find any kind of ammo that feeds good, I don't care if it's, hollow point or not. So, yeah, that's feather right there. I could tell her tail is a little more fluffy, but that's going away too. There's something about her mannerisms, also in her face, a little bit different. But she's got about 5 or 6 strands of white hair on her breast. You'd have to look real careful for them. But that's one way to tell. And I think he's got a few strands of white hair. Onyx has a few strands of white hair on his lower belly on the bottom. But that's her because of the tipped ear. You can't even tell the tipped ear much because most of it grew back. That freaking nutrition I was giving her. Very little, man. Doesn't look like much. I'm glad it kind of grew back a little bit because I was like, I didn't really like the way I thought they overdid it, but most of it grew back. Just enough that I could tell. So, nice and cool out here for a change in Florida. Not freaking sweltering heat like it's been. So, yeah, you my little poopy, huh? We should elect Onyx to be the one of these cats anyway. Some cat to be a governor in Florida. Man, I can't stand this politics garbage, man. These guys, it's so obvious it's like what's going on. But I think most of the public is a bunch of brain dead idiots. They can tell everything about, golf scores and game scores and what's on E! Entertainment, but they don't really know. They don't understand, like, when some of these billionaires and oligarchs are backing certain people for nefarious purposes. They don't understand any of that shit, though. It's like, I think we have to go back to the CSA and just, that really would have divided, that would have stopped the oligarchs. That's why I don't like it. That's really what it is. But very few people have the intelligence to understand, the money angles anything. That's 99% of the problem. Very few people. So, that flag stands against the oligarchs. That's what part of it there. It really is. It really is part of it. It is really why the powers don't like it, man. They know it stands against their rackets. But 99%, most people don't get it. Most people don't get it. They got no fear about Southern heritage or Southern pride. They got fear about limits on their games that they can use, buy and sell politicians as they please, right? That's what they're worried about. If you stop that, you stop the bad guys in their tracks. That's why they don't like the principles that, the Confederacy really fought for, which is not just states' rights, but limits on spending and appropriations and the whole 9 yards. Quite well aware from being up in New Jersey, New York area. I could tell you, man, if I had no Southern heritage at all, which I do have it for real, because from my grandfather from South Carolina, but if I had no Southern heritage, because my opinions have not changed. You know, it's like when I joined the SCV, I didn't, you know, I knew very vaguely I had some Confederate ancestors, but I didn't really think about it, you know. I was thought of, you know, myself as being part Italian. But, you know, my opinions on how things are really going in the United States, how, you know, oligarchs are really running things, that's been, I've known this stuff since, for many years now. It's not like, you know, it's a new revelation to me. The real thing is that, what it was a revelation, it was that what exactly was in the Confederate Constitution that related to appropriations of money and spending and all that. That was a revelation. But as far as me knowing that, you know, New York City area is the financial power behind, you know, the biggest politicians and stuff, and the too bigs to fail. Well, I've always known that. And it's like the name of the game is gain control of the money, and you own all of them. You know, get people in debt. So be it. You know, that's how they play that game. You gain control of the money, you got them. You own all of them. So anyway, you know, food for thought on that deal. So I don't know how this shit crap's gonna play out, but I can tell you, most people just don't get it. Most people just don't get it, but that goes especially for up in the Northeast, because some of the up there, it's just, I'd say there's way more narcissistic, phony type people up there than there is down south, up north. But you know, they exist everywhere, but there's a lot more of them up there. That's one reason I got out of there. It had nothing to do with, you know, actually when I came down here, it wasn't because of Southern heritage. It was because I was, you know, just didn't want to be around a Marxist, communist, socialist up north. That's really what it was. But then I started finding out about other things. I knew the way that people thought in the South was like less Marxist and socialist than North by far. But, you know, it was an eye-opener to start finding out a little more about history, because I thought the Marxism really started in the 1930s. And there's Dixie. I don't know where Paws is. He climbs up that fence all the time. That's how he gets up on the roof, and he comes over here to, I'll go falling a little bit. You know, I didn't know about it. You know, I realized that, you know, the Marxism and socialism and stuff really started under FDR, like big time. And also knew about what happened in 1913 with the Fed and the IRS taxes and all that garbage, 16th Amendment. And I knew about, you know, the heavy hand of government with prohibition, but I didn't realize it really went back. It actually goes back to the 1840s or 1850 or something, around that time. When they start pouring into the country, that's what backed the Republican Marxist Party back then. Today, the Republicans look like saints compared to the Democrats, but, you know, they're both screwed up. Democrats push Marxism and socialism, then the Republicans get in and they just leave it alone. They don't, you know what I mean? They don't roll anything back ever, you know. So what a freaking system. Pooh's Paws is around here somewhere. He might be out in the backyard. What's up, Poops? I know you like that chicken. Chicken. It's perfectly chicken. Got vitamins in here and colloidal silver. So, you know, that keeps the food a lot longer. The colloidal silver keeps it from turning bad. You know, I just put it out here a couple hours ago, but it makes like a gravy. You know, the colloidal silver water, and then it keeps it from getting microbes in it, so it stays fresher. And then I add the Add Life cat vitamins, and I stir it around. These guys are pretty damn healthy, I can tell you that right now. They really are. And Paws is around here someplace. I mean, I just saw him like about an hour or so ago. He's probably in the backyard doing something, chasing a lizard. So this guy, man. Yeah, you went boo-boo. He actually is letting me touch him once in a while. Sometimes he comes up to me, he rolls on the ground. That's Dixie. And they're actually, the Paws and Dixie are starting to get more friendly. I was always able to touch him. He's okay. Meow, meow, meow. Right? This is my flashlight, by the way. Yeah. So here comes Mama. She's probably gonna go inside. Just get the other. I put brand new food out here. She'll go inside and freaking get their food too. So anyway, right? He likes that dry stuff too. It's a flavor burst. He looks a lot like Rocky too. You know, if you didn't know, you wouldn't know Boots was the daddy of this cat. You wouldn't know that that's the mommy over there, and this is the son, and this is the other son, and Paul's the other son, wherever he is right now. He's around though. I saw him this morning a bunch of times. But, you know, you wouldn't know it. It's just that I know it because they were her little kittens, just tiny little gerbils back maybe 5.5 months ago. They're tiny. They're little. They're about as big as their head is right now, the whole body. So they grow up fast, especially with this food, man. And I got some. I'm gonna do this later. I got some springs for my El Camino back here from Moog. I'm gonna put those things in, and I'm gonna get the concrete stuff for the next flagpole, which is going to be about 8 feet. I don't know where Boaz is, man. He's probably back here somewhere. You see this flag here? Well, it gets wrapped around once in a while. I'm going to have it. You see that branch right there? If you're on the road, it'll block the view of this. You can see it from the road over there easy. But if I have this flag up another, see now it's unfurled. I have it up there another, so it's 26.5 feet, it goes to 40 feet, and so it's 13.5 feet higher, and the pole goes from here to about here, and we're going to keep this pole with the Bonnie Blue, or maybe I'll put the Confederate Marine Corps flag up there or something, I don't know, but that, if it's over there, it's this far, when you're looking, it's going to be higher up. It's not, that branch is not going to block it, especially being further out and higher up. You'll be able to see it all the way down the road coming this way. And I think you'll be able to see it from mostly over that building too. So it'll be a lot more visible. And of course I got the light on there. So I don't see any lemons popping out recently, so I don't know what's going on with my lemon tree here. The hell knows, man. Anyway, I don't know where my damn other freaking yo-yo is. I get nervous when I can't find one of them, but I just did see him. She's out there. I don't know, he's around. I'll find him. Just seen him this morning a few times. So poo-poo. And I'm gonna get this thing out of here too. Yeah. See how everything's good with this. Give it a little test ride today. Wearing my colors and stuff too. It's like so many things going on. I can't seem to have enough time to get everything done. So over now, kitties are doing great. And the flagpole project is still on. I was thinking about possibly getting a take-apart flag, because I'll get the hell out of here if Gillum gets in office. But I'm thinking, no, I'm not going to do that. This is going to be a Southern Confederate base no matter what, and I'll have the Northern Confederate base in Northeast Tennessee. I'm going to keep both of them up. And there might be one in Georgia too, North Georgia. So we shall see.